Welcome to another edition of Macbethdvs Reviews. Today we are reviewing
The Wolf Among Us.
Alright, well, a little info. The Wolf Among Us was first released on the Xbox 360 on October 11th, 2013 by Telltale Games. Now, if you don't know Telltale Games and the kind of games they make, the quick rundown is that they make story-driven, almost choose-your-own-adventure type games with minimal gameplay. The Wolf Among Us is based off the comic book series Fables by Bill Willingham and published by Vertigo. The comic series started in 2002, and as far as I know, it finished in 2015. Haven't really checked. I did as little as possible. Don't hold it against me. I will. So the game focuses on Bigby Wolf, who you guide through his investigation into the murder of a person in the community known as Fabletown. This is where the hook is, so to speak. Fabletown houses fables from legend and stories throughout history, including many classical ones, such as the character you play as, Bigby, also known as the Big Bad Wolf, Snow White, Beauty and the Beast. And just to spice it up, Wolf Among Us doesn't limit itself to classical fables. It also includes American legends as well, which I won't necessarily dive into. So they all live in New York, and this provides a really good backdrop for some noir-type cinematography. Anyway, enough about the specifics. Let's get on to the review portion. Okay, the game starts off with a pretty basic menu, pink and purple filigree. Looks nice enough with some neonish type colors. It's pretty bare, but that's completely okay. I mean, the main draw here is the TV-like format that the game follows. Expect episodes. The game gives you a few extra things to keep you engaged, like gives you the option to review your choices you've made throughout the game. It's heightened by telling you how you stack up against the online community by showing you the percentage of people that made the same choice as you. That's cool. This makes you feel like a unique little snowflake or super basic depending on your outlook. The sort of information it feeds you really is a nice reminder of the kind of person you are, and it's always a really unique part of the Telltale Games experience. There's another section that describes all the characters you've met throughout the game and catalogs them. This is a nice feature. We appreciate it. Always good. As for the performance of the menus, they don't perform really well. They're actually kind of slow, kind of sluggish. You do wish it was faster. A lot of the presentation of this game actually has to do with the gameplay, so I'm going to end this section here with a 7 out of 10. So yeah, this game, sound is its thing. Its excellent story is only aided by its fantastic sound design. Every voice actor is completely on point, putting on a convincing performance, even in the case of a talking pig. Environmental sounds are also good and supplement the sounds well, but the true combo here is the voice acting and the music. It's everything you'd expect of a top-notch TV show. It really does give me a Stranger Things feeling. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be set in the 80s, but everything in this game leads me to believe that it's set in that time period. A cool ambient synthy type music introduces the game and totally sets the style. I am a fan. In the case of The Wolf Among Us, it's like most Telltale games, simple graphics, much like a comic. It uses hard tone differences to set up its distinct style, using a lot of yellows, purples, pinks, and blues. Again, giving it a dated feel. The character designs are very unique. I mean, you certainly will not forget these characters anytime soon. When they're supported by their great voices and distinct looks, the art of this game is truly its own. Still in this day and age, it's hard not to desire something a little more detailed. It'd be nice to see a Telltale game with some AAA visuals one day. Although I know this game uses its style to determine its look, and I do appreciate all styles of art, I feel that in terms of graphics, this is on The Wolf Among Us's lower point. Sorry. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. So discussing gameplay in a Telltale game is a tough thing to discuss since it's such a different style of game. I've got to be fair somehow, some way. The Wolf Among Us is not so much a game, but more of a graphical choose-your-own-adventure book, so gameplay options are kind of limited. Most of your interactions are limited to selecting responses to dialogue spoken by NPCs and quick-time events during action sequences. This is a common thing throughout Telltale games, so nothing different here if you played any other title from the developer. Though the story is really satisfying and concludes really well, after playing a few other Telltale titles, the gameplay is starting to feel a little, tried, old, a little stale. I'm going to give that one a 7 out of 10 as well. In closing, I had a really good time following the story of Bigby Wolf, and part of me really wants to delve into that comic book storyline. Be sure to let me know if you've read them. The gameplay is exactly what you expected of a Telltale game, so if you go in there knowing the style, and if you liked it in the past, you'll be pleasantly surprised with this game. If this is your first time playing a Telltale title, that was a Telltale title. You picked a good one. So the weighted score came to another 7.7, which is a good score, but I liked it more than that, and since it's my little video, I'm going to adjust it to an 8. Anyway, sweet, thanks for watching. Now, The Wolf Among Us is based off the comic series Fables by... fuck. Anyway, the game focuses... shit. This is where the hook is, so to speak. Fabletown houses fables...